The 28th part of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. With me on this fine Friday night is...
I'm enjoying a nice White Claw tonight. I've returned to... I haven't had a lot to drink when I've been recording these videos, to be quite honest. More so than years past.
I remember there was a couple videos during Black Flag that were pretty soft, as I recall.
Release me! Oh.
Alright, so as we've mentioned a few times in the prior videos, there are thief missions with Level Bay here in the Thief's Hideout, which we haven't been into since the episode where I was wearing the Raiden skin.
And you're gambling.
Indeed, and in my defense, the game does not point out they're here. Like, there's nothing on the map indicating this area is important to have you visit the couple times in the story.
Other than the Thieves Guild icon.
Yeah, I know, but it's just an icon. It doesn't really tell you there's anything important there.
It's just like the brothel icon and the mercenaries icon.
Well, the problem is you don't really pass by this area very much during the game.
That is true. It's all the way out on the far corner.
Yeah, the mercenaries barracks is at least a pretty prominent building, and you pass by the Rosa and Fiore many times during the game, but Thieves Guild, you go over here like twice during this main storyline.
Plus the go and what's his name?
I have heard stories about your speed. Let's see if you can match mine.
No, but during the Da Vinci disappearance shift together.
Oh yeah. Well, another thing I should point out is that this video was originally just over an hour long, and the problem is that there's really nothing interesting going on. Most of it was just travel time. So after I got done butchering the original video, it came out to just under half an hour.
Yeah. So the Thieves Guild missions are very it's bringing back the race missions from Assassin's Creed 2. This is where they've been hiding the entire game. There's also one other thing they'll do, which is a shame because unlike the courtesan missions and the mercenaries missions, the Thieves Guild missions actually have an impact on the overall game.
That's true, they do.
So this is not particularly hard. The only problem is trying to make sure you keep an eye out for where all the stupid gates are supposed to be. But you got 45 seconds to count one.
As long as you don't move too fast over the narrow Roman columns, it's not that big a deal.
You could even fall a couple times and yourself one time.
Indeed.
Hey, there's the... Yay! You did it! The Thieves Guild challenge, it sucks so very, very much.
It's one of those things that looks cool, but there's basically never any reason to do that.
You kind of just came all the way up.
And they have bards even out in the countryside, isn't that nice?
Ezio, they said you were coming, but I did not believe it. The Centoocchi have challenged
So the Centoocchi, we've seen them periodically throughout the game. They're the dudes who kind of just randomly jump out of the wilderness and ambush you.
They also occasionally attack you in the city, right?
I don't know. I want to say yes, but I'm more familiar with them in the countryside. And they're also nice because they keep rarer items when you search the
Yeah, so. I mean, not that I care about craft items. Just
right.
When you do, they're a nice source.
Yeah, they're
like the Hermeticists in the Da Vinci.
Yeah, the Hermeticists are probably the best because they're actually probably the easiest ones to find.
Remember, they'll never have shrunken heads.
Yes, the shrunken head.
Because that would be absurd for Centoocchi to be carrying a shrunken head around in their bag. So
this is also one of the rare missions where you have to actually do a full fist fight. You're not allowed to beat up dudes with your claws. You just got to kind of punch them.
Honor among thieves or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is just reminding me that if this were Judgment, I'd totally be jumping off that wall there.
Yeah, you'd be jumping off the wall, strangling the guy like he was Jeffrey Epstein, and yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I did beat that game earlier today.
Oh, you beat Judgment? Nice. I have to get back to it. I kind of like... I went away, so I stopped playing it, and I was playing Dracula's Builders for a while, too. So I was still playing Builders, too, and I was obsessively reorganizing my farm to make it more efficient. It's not hard. I just have to basically like clear out a bunch of space and then lay down a bunch of blueprints and then let my little minions build it up for me.
Well, see, it's like the Resident Evil 4 item box. You don't need to organize everything. It just feels better.
Well, it's more like they go farm it when I'm not around, so
Ezio, you must have
I'm just trying to get it all set up so that way I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Please, he only picks pockets. He's
But
never
I think I'm
harmed
also like
anyone.
out of crops I can actually grow right now, so okay, whatever.
Yeah. I am near 100% in Judgment. I've only got a handful of things left to do, and then probably get started on my Legend playthrough later tonight.
Yeah, I gotta, I have feelings about where this game is gonna go, so I will like to talk to you about that eventually. But
Oh, I'm sure we'll have no excuse to do that in the near future.
yeah, I'm sure. So this really isn't a hard...
Yeah, a lot of the Thieves missions rely around speed and stuff, and you don't... Only the bonus objective here requires speed. You can do it at any pace you want. I want 100%.
Yeah, you want 200. And...
That guy's wearing a pretty cool cape, though.
yeah, and nice.
That's just, something like that.
Grazie a Dio. Grazie a Dio.
Yeah, that's Hero Storms. Congratulations.
Hey!
Well,
Unfortunately, there's no way to... Unlike the horses in 2, you can't make these ones gallop to move much faster, because unlike in 2, you can freely go into the countryside and the city with horses,
Yeah.
which you couldn't do in Assassin's Creed 2.
Ezio. The Cento Occhi are
So they do move a bit
Bene.
slower in this
I
game.
expect retaliation.
They will have no opportunity. We take the fight to them.
But yeah, just to
Seek
explain
out
what
my
happened at
spies.
the
They
very
plan
end of
as we
this
speak.
video, what happened is that I fully completed the story, got the final storyline trophy, and then I was very surprised to see the platinum didn't come up, and that was because I didn't do 100% completion. And the reason I didn't do 100% completion was because of this series of missions.
yes.
Ezio, La Volpe has a
It shows up in
I'll be
Two
getting
golden
100%
wheels. A gift
synchronization.
from the Borgia
That's
to the
the
Cento Occhi.
Principe
It is
trophy,
filled
which
with
actually
bark,
does count for
promises,
platinum in the PS4 version.
Yeah.
And then
Needless
obviously
to say,
platinum.
it holds great value for
Video
a
for
kill
100%.
if you manage to steal.
Yeah, it's nice.
Or 100% completion in as far as I care, because I don't think I opened all the treasure chests, and thank God you don't have to do that for 100% in this.
I did it.
I mean, you don't have to.
I found them all.
You also don't have to
And then,
craft all the things you can for 100% completion, but still. There is one pretty tough race coming up later in this.
no, there's an awesome race.
Perhaps I should slow him down a
We
little.
might be thinking of the same one, but bonus objective is a pretty tight time limit, actually.
Yeah.
Boy, if this was Revelations, I would have pulled down that scaffolding like you wouldn't believe.
You don't have a hook blade. That's something they only use in this thing.
I hear it's quite fashionable there. Unlike these barbaric Italian assassins or something. So we can't get spotted by these guards, but
There's a gigantic blind spot right behind you.
yes. When you can't go through the front, you go in through the top. But always watch out for these rooftop guys. think I'm taking it slow because I'm worried that crashing down on the floor will alert them, even though I'm about 99% sure it won't. Guards in this game have a very strange sense of hearing. Like, can they actually hear gunshots? I don't know if they can.
I want to say you can hear gunshots, but I also don't know how well they can hear gunshots. Yeah. Congratulations, you managed to get completely out. Yeah, this is one of the easier climb and get out of there missions. Yeah. Oh god, why are you riding a horse through the middle of town?
My flawless, undetectable escape, I'll have you know.
It's since you haven't done it in a while, it's just that it's not that riding a horse is bad, it's just going through the middle of town sucks because it just controls so horrible. You just are just like lumbering around and you will hit people and make people notice you.
Well, I mean, that is what horses do, you know? I can't imagine they'd be very easy to control in these streets.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I know the crossbow is more or less completely silent, but the pistol I think they can hear easier. The throwing knives I know are completely silent.
Knives are silent. Crossbow's mostly silent unless it misses. But it also can't take down everybody. The pistol will take down everybody, but it will also cause everybody to look at you. Or at least look in that direction, you know, based on. It's very hard to tell because, like, the detection radiuses in this game always change.
Yeah. And why would you use the pistol when you can just throw a smoke bomb at your targets? Yeah, so this mission has kind of a weird bonus requirement, and I failed it my first time, so very obvious cut there. Again, you're really not missing anything important.
Kill Galvano.
You gotta kill this guy, then we gotta dump his body on the street in a very incriminating place. So we set up a Borgia guy, I guess.
Yay, ragdolls.
Never gets old. I like how Assassin's Creed 2 had all those trophies for those weird things, like putting a bunch of guards' bodies in hay bales. And seriously, why am I carrying this guy?
I don't know. You had a reverse pickpocket this guy, I thought.
Yeah, we gotta plant the evidence on him. So, I don't know why I thought I had to carry that guy around.
Yeah.
Vincenzo! Galvano's been found dead.
What business is that of mine?
You two were on bad terms. I have to search you.
If you must. It will only serve to exonerate me. What is that?
Come with me.
Yay.
Yeah, seriously, why did I think I had to carry that guy's body around? I don't know. I do lots of weird stuff when I'm recording.
Yeah.
Okay, this is that race mission that's actually pretty tough, I think.
Like, oh, this one is kind of tough, but
I expected a younger man. How could someone of your years be as swift as they claim? Prove it!
this one is, I like all of them, all the races, to be honest.
Yeah.
This one can be kind of this one you have to know the core. You need to know the course and know how to parkour well. Which is, to be honest,
not the
jump
worst
cut
I've ever done, but
yeah.
Oh well.
A lot of this also depends on essentially knowing what
Oh yeah, and the route will take you directly into these guys, or iPad.
Yeah.
Very obviously, it would be very bad to get hit by them knocked onto the street. It's not that the time itself is very bad, it's bonus objective time is pretty rough.
It's not actually too bad. That jump right there.
I think it was mostly, yeah, that jump and the rooftop guards hitting some of those that would usually fail the bonus objective.
Yeah. And then this one, you should be, like, there's like a ladder.
Or you can do that.
Yeah, I thought there's a ladder you can scramble up, but that works. Yeah, so that one's, you know, 60 seconds is pretty tight for that. A lot of it really depends on knowing. It's like when you're doing the VR, not even doing the VR missions, but it's also like knowing what moves cost the most amount of time to pull off. And so you may take a slightly less efficient route just so you can not climb as much.
We have an unspoken.
Yeah, my idea with getting good at VR challenges like that is finding the route that makes the least amount of assumption.
Yeah.
Alright, can you just barely stay out of that guard's eyesight or whatever?
Nah,
something that doesn't require you to get lucky is what you're looking for.
Yeah. But a lot of those, a lot of what's going on in that mission is just. There's a couple really risky. There are some risky jumps you can do. They're not that risky, but they're risky if you're really trying for the first time.
Yeah.
You don't know how to line them up properly.
Man, the VR missions are so good in Substance.
And in this game too, pretty much.
And Metal Gear is not entirely off topic because, again, you have the Raiden skin.
Yeah.
And the leap of faith in Peace Walker. Because for some reason, Hideo Kojima... Well, I could probably guess the reason. Hideo Kojima really likes Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which was also why there was the Altair costume in MGS4.
Yeah. So I forget if this one is you have to kill 3 dudes in a certain time limit or just...
No, I assume just don't let them get too far away once you start chasing them. And you also have to... And killing them with the pistol is definitely harder than throwing knives with a crossbow, since the pistol takes a bit longer to aim. And the pistol doesn't have the greatest range in the world.
Yeah, there's one. See, that's a bad jump to do.
Yeah.
You're trying to land on the thing, but you... Oh, boy. No, it's almost
No, just a video glitch.
Yeah.
Remember, we're still in the Animus. Video glitches are perfectly excusable.
Huh.
I'm not... Ezio usually aims pretty quickly with the pistol, it's just it doesn't have the greatest range, but I know in multiplayer, your character usually takes a pretty long time to aim, but you can hit someone with not a fully aimed pistol, it's just your accuracy is worse.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember, because I think... I just don't remember what the bonus objective for this one was.
It's kill all of them with the pistol.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And only.
Yeah, that's...
I can't tell because I have my video muted as usual, but do the dogs bark in this game like they always do in 2? When you shoot the pistol?
I wasn't paying attention, unfortunately. I have it playing audio very slightly. Like...
Well, because I only noticed this because I watched G-Ops LP of 2. Yeah, every time you fire the pistol in 2, for some reason the dogs start barking. Even when you're in like one of those underground tubes. There were still dogs within earshot.
Yeah, so basically the reason why this jumps is it's obviously it's the very uneven terrain that you're having to pull this shit off on. constantly.
Although, let me tell you, there was not many things funner in multiplayer than shooting a guy who was running away from you, or shooting them when they were jumping in midair.
What about getting Employee of the Month?
Good times. Employee of the Month in Brotherhood, just multiplayer in the original release, was really hard to get. You had to get 15 different bonuses. You had to get all of the bonuses, but there was one bonus that involved getting 15 different bonuses in a single game. And unless you are boosting
Ezio,
with other
your
people
help has been
who are
invaluable.
coordinating with,
Now we
that's
must
really hard.
finish the Chantuaki.
That is
Only their
really,
leaders
really
deal
hard
with
to
the
do.
Borgia. Remove them, and the gang disbands permanently.
I got all the other
Consult
multiplayer
with your
trophies
spies.
through regular gameplay
Ben.
without cheating, but Abstergo Employee of the Month I had to cheat for. That shit's rough. There was one time I got 14 different bonuses, and if the match had been going on for a little longer, I probably would have gotten all 15. But of course, stolen from me at the very last minute. This might be the cool race you were thinking of.
I love this race.
Yeah, this one takes place entirely in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
But yeah, by comparison, Revelations' multiplayer trophies quite easy. I got them all in under 24 hours.
for many of us.
So this one actually has a bonus to this kind of part.
And because we're jumping into the Colosseum, you gotta have a parachute.
Yep.
And you really do kind of have to have a parachute because you'll die if you jump too far in the Colosseum.
Yeah, this is one of the few. This is like the one of the few missions in the game that actually you really need to have a parachute, just so you can pull this off. But this is a really good mission.
Yeah.
This is basically all the time you're going to spend time climbing around the Colosseum. Quite frankly, it's quite fun, and you know, you're going to explore it a bit. There's a lot of shit in there, so you'll kind of know how to kind of get around here at this point, especially if you have done all the Micheletto, you know, the missions with what's his name, Jesus.
Yeah. I don't think there's any like storyline requirement of when all the thief missions unlock, but you can go to the Colosseum pretty much as soon as you're done with Machiavelli's initial stuff at the very start of the game. Or no, as soon as you open up the Thieves Guild for business. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And the thing with this race is that even though the Colosseum is a big open area, it's kind of complicated architecture. Just because there's so much shit lying around. It's not so long that it's a pain in the ass if you fail.
Yeah.
1 or 2 times.
I mean, also, and it's also very big, and there's also very there's lines to get up everything, and then,
yeah,
like to get up here, you kind of have to go the way you did. It's very hard to go any other line, and
yeah, it's one of those races that it's not just like jumping from one rooftop to the next. You do kind of have to know where all the stuff you can climb on is.
yeah, and figure out where the it's very good about reading the environment. And
Remember that time I went up here and apparently completely forgot there was a feather up here
Yeah.
too?
and you ended in style.
Yes. Very good way to end. You know, I will say about stylish ways to end things, I do wish developers would have a better eye for, like, PS4 trophy screenshots, because, like, 90% of...
I know you were going to say,
PS4
as soon as you were going to say something about that, I knew it was going to be about this. Instead of like, oh hey, here's a black screen.
He is an accomplished liar.
Yeah, it's either a black
Responsible for the
screen or in
deaths
these
of
games
many
a
of our brothers.
largely
Come,
white
I will
screen.
lead you to
And
him.
there's so many good opportunities for cool story trophy screenshots that developers really need a better eye for. And I'm only saying that because Judgment did the same thing. It has a really cool credit sequence that it would have been perfect to screenshot on, but no, they had to do it after the results screen, like always. So that's just if they're gonna have that screenshotting technology, which is a lot of fun, they could have a better eye for it.
So, falling defeat.
I mean, these Cento Ochi jerks, they're everywhere.
That was not.
No. If there was a perfectly good way to do that jump, I did not do it. Now I have to go through the very boring way on the street.
It's part of it.
Because, you know, this guy is leading us to a place, but you'd think he could slow down for 2 seconds. Like, apparently this guy has never heard of rally points.
Always a thing that would be better in later games.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we're not in a race with this guy. He's leading us somewhere. I mean, I guess he could count on my basic competence, but...
He kind of just, like... He kind of just, like, dropped...
Competence is a lot to ask out of me.
I mean, he just literally, like, went in a gigantic, like, triangle. Instead of, like, going left, he just kind of doubled back and up through 3 buildings.
Oh no, he's evil. You'd think this guy was better smart than, you know, challenging this caped man with an arsenal of weapons just on his belt.
Or somebody who's literally called an assassin.
But apparently no one's gotten the memo about the hooded guy. Really dangerous. That's completely
He died to a combo kill, like many people in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And then people got mad at the combo kills because it makes the game so easy. And we got rid of combo kills, and then you guys got pissy. Because the game got hard.
Good old Unity.
It's still...
I think that was
that's the game that got rid of the combo kill after everybody bitched through Assassin's Creed 4 about combo kills. It's like, hey, combo kills are cool in Brotherhood. Alright, Revelations. Make it really easy in 3. People just basically said, no, the combat ain't hard in 4.
I mean, but the thing is, Assassin's Creed combat has never been hard after the first one. I measure an Assassin's Creed game by a lot more than how the combat is, because the combat in all of them except one is usually pretty easy. I still haven't played the newer ones, but I can't imagine the combat is that much harder.
It's much different since it's more like a Dark Souls. So
it's not really comparable.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, I'll get around to them, but I have a shitload of games
I do too.
Because PSN is always having these good sales on games I want to play, and they keep making more games I want to play. It's not getting any easier.
So this one is not a hard mission.
No, this was actually a really good. This is actually a pretty fun mission, and it's a good one to get the platinum trophy screenshot on. Oh yeah, and speaking of jumping from forest to forest, there's a trophy called Grand Theft Dress
Yes.
where you go around and jack people.
Yeah, you have to do it like 5 times in a row. This is actually a very good mission to do part of it because it's like 3 of them. Yeah.
And check out this nice view.
Yeah.
That's 100% synchronization in both the DLC and main game, and there's the platinum.
Yep. And the nice thing about this is